I'm Adrienne Klasa, Development Finance Editor of The Banker, and I'm here at the SWIFT Latin America Regional Conference in Miami. I'm here with Steven Puig, who is the CEO of Banco BHD Leon. Steven, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thanks for the invitation.
First of all, let's start with a bit of a broader brushstrokes question. Can you give us a bit of an overview of the banking market in Dominican Republic and talk to us a bit about how that fits in with fintechs?
We have 18 banks, commercial banks. We call them bancos múltiples in the Dominican Republic. And there are a total of 59 regulated financial institutions in the country as well. It's a relatively large amount of financial institutions for a relatively small country. We have a population of 10 million. And in terms of fintechs, I think fintechs, they're natural everywhere, including the Dominican Republic. In our case, in particular, we see opportunities in terms of bankerization. We see that less than 40% of our population is bankerized. So we see fintechs as allies that could accelerate the rate at which we continue to include customers within the banking system. We also see opportunities in terms of SMEs. As in most of Latin America, there are SMEs that are underserved in terms of credit, and we believe that there are alliances that we can form as well. And lastly, I would also say that one of the things that distinguishes the Dominican Republic in particular is that we're one of the countries that receives, in relative terms, some of the highest numbers of remittances from Dominicans that live abroad. Our second largest city is actually New York City, after Santo Domingo. And we have a good number of Dominicans that live in other cities in the US and in Europe as well. So we receive a relatively high flow of remittances, which are also interesting in terms of some of the things that could be done with fintechs.
Now, you've touched on this a little bit. Maybe we can go a bit deeper. Talk to me a bit more about how the partnership with fintechs can improve financial inclusion in Dominican Republic.
Well, to give specific examples, we've been working on one with a large consumer goods company. The Dominican Republic is characterized by having about 60,000 what we call colmados, which are mom and pop shops throughout the country. And nearly all of these happen to be this client's customers. So we've been working on a three-party basis with this client, ourselves, and a tech company to basically provide an inventory system for these companies to help them with their accounting as well, not just with this particular company, but also with other suppliers that they may have. And obviously there will be an element of credit in that which we're interested in.
Can you give me any other examples of sort of where BHD Leon is working sort of on new products and systems with fintechs and sort of how that partnership operates?
Certainly. Well, one alliance that I would highlight and comes to mind simply because of something that I read in the news this morning, our bank superintendent was citing the fact that since he became the superintendent about 4 years ago, the number of points of access to the financial system in our country has more than doubled. And a large part of that was driven by banking agents that we've established. We established a partnership with a Colombian tech company called Carvajal Tecnología, and we created an open platform not just for ourselves, but also for other financial institutions to create agents throughout the country. We now have over 2,000 agents throughout the country where customers can go and make withdrawals, make deposits, top up their SIM cards for their phones, pay for basic utilities, etc. And this has been one of those drivers behind the number that he was citing. So it's something that's already happened. It's taken place over the last couple of years, and it's something that's tangible and already making an impact.
Well, Steven, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Well, thank you very much for your interest in the DR and our bank.